Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for taking some time out with me. Today, we're going to go over a couple of quick Python concepts. I strongly believe that being an effective leader, being an effective manager, even actually just being an effective worker is about being proficient with the tools that are given to you. It's important for you to know what everything is, how everything works. So part of my learning journey, or when I feel I'll know what I know, is when I can speak about it ad hoc, probably very little prompts, right? But mostly to be able to convey what I've learned, right? And what I know. So we're going to go over Python, and we're going to do a high level look at some Python things. What we're going to cover today is variables and values, what those are. How does that work with Python? We're going to go over a couple of quick print commands, and I hope you enjoy this. I know I do, right? But just take a look at it with me. Let's go. There's three things that you're going to learn at the end of this video: how to create variables and values in Python, some best practices and rules for naming variables and values. Okay, so here we are. Let's go ahead and create some variables and the values. So we're going to do a company greeting, and here we are. Welcome to the company. Then we're going to do a project count, and then we're going to do a completion percentage, and we're going to attribute values to those. So I zoomed up a little bit closer so that way we can see. Now I'm going ahead and I'm going to add print, right? And what I'm doing is, if you take a look, let's pause the video for a second. All right. So if we take a look, the company greeting, it's basically just a sentence, and that's called a string variable, right? Let's look at the next line where there's a whole number. Whole numbers are called integers, right? Now, the next line is 75.5. Whenever you have 0.5s, those are called floats. So these are three different types of variables. I went ahead and I also did print commands for each one. Now, as we go ahead, we get set up. Here I am. I just ran into a little terminal error issue. You had to find the correct terminal. Went ahead, got that cleared off. We go ahead, now we run it, and we can see the commands or the outputs that goes to the console for each one of those commands. Each one of those basically went up, found their variable, found the value, and then did an output. Here I am now. I'm just doing some updates just to show you guys how easy it is to update. And let's see. As we're doing these updates, I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like. Let's take a look at this, a little closer look at this. All right, so here I am, right? Or the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to purposefully make a mistake. I'm attempting to add certain things, right? And we're going to see an error. And now we're going to talk about what I'm using to fix it. So you see everything is there. I went ahead and I hit, and you see how it's giving me an error. And I'm using Copilot to fix it. Copilot will automatically look at my code, tell me what I did wrong, and or give me advice on how I should fix it. And here it is. Copilot's giving me the advice. I went ahead and I'm adding it. Let me see what happens. I clear it and I run it, and you see the difference. Now I have hello YouTube, right? It's still not perfect. I want to give more sentence, more space, and look what I've done. Now I've got more space, and this is what I want it to look like. I've also updated the floats, added things to the floats, a +5, and look at the difference. So some good examples of variables for strings. first underscore name equals Allison. See how that's spelled? User underscore ID underscore 1245 equals quotations XYZ. Underscore internal underscore counter equals 0. Some things that are going to return an error in your variables will be if you start with a number. See, that's a bad example. Then, if you add a hyphen in the username, you'll get an error. And another thing that you want to look out for is using names that are designated by Python already, like class, string, int, length, default. If you start with any of those built-in functions, you're going to get an error.